The 80-year-old woman had just reunited with her 30-year-old husband in heaven. But the next day, a young and beautiful rival suddenly appeared. This made her, already insecure about her looks, feel deeply betrayed. It turned out Anna had believed her husband's dying wish, and chose to arrive in heaven looking like her 80-year-old self. But when she saw him again, he had chosen to look 30. Her heart sank, even though her husband showed no hint of dislike for her current appearance, and even spun her around joyfully in his arms. The more he acted this way, the more it felt like they weren't husband and wife, but mother and son. No matter how sweetly he tried to cheer her up, she just couldn't bring herself to smile. Staring at her wrinkled face in the mirror, she didn't want to stay inside another second. But even when she went outside, she couldn't find a single person who looked her age. Everyone had chosen to appear in the prime of their life, and she alone felt completely out of place. To make things worse, a woman dressed in black kept staring at her, like she was mocking her. What broke her even more was when people on the way to the welcome party all whispered in surprise at seeing an old lady in heaven, already feeling out of place. Her self-esteem hit rock bottom. At the party, Anna spotted a sweet little girl, only to find out she was actually the woman's mother-in-law. Anna was stunned. Why would they look like that? The woman explained that when she was seriously ill, her husband abandoned her, but her mother-in-law took care of her till the end. To her, meeting her mother-in-law was the biggest blessing in life. Before she died, she begged her to be her daughter in the next life, so she could return the kindness. And here in heaven, their wish finally came true. After the party, Anna once again spotted the woman in black. Still staring at her, her gaze sparked a strange sense of familiarity. Anna tried to remember if she had made an enemy, but just as she looked again, the woman had vanished without a trace. She saw her husband chatting happily with friends. She wanted to go say hi, but when she looked down at her wrinkled hands, she turned to sneak away instead. But her husband didn't care what anyone thought. Just as he came over to give her a loving hug, she spotted that black-clad woman again. The next day at another welcome event, her husband had to leave early for work, so she was left alone in a sea of young faces. Then suddenly, a group of elderly people walked in through the door. She thought she'd finally found her crowd, and quickly followed, but she soon noticed something odd about them. A staff member asked them to gather at the entrance, and as the doors opened, everyone's faces filled with excitement. It turned out they were all pets, who had taken human form in heaven. They had been waiting a long time for their owners to arrive. One young man walked up to an older man, held out his hand to let him smell his scent. That's when the old man recognized his owner. He had been a guide dog, spending his whole life protecting this man, until the day he passed. And this was the first time the man ever saw his faithful companion's true face. During a break, Anna once again came across the girl in black, still staring silently, until she knocked over a bottle of water. That's when it hit Anna. It was her black cat, Sonia. Sonia was upset Anna hadn't recognized her, so she refused to speak. Now she asked why Anna still looked the same. Anna didn't know how to answer. Just then, her husband came running over, and she finally couldn't hold it in anymore. She let all her frustration out.
당신 때문에 그랬잖아. 당신 때문에 내가 이러고 온 거잖아.
나? 나 때문에? 내가 뭐?